Hey everybody. So it's been a wet spring and I haven't had a chance to get out as much as I would like to. Had the bug to go do some fishing, so did my yearly carp trip. This year decided to do it on the ground instead of the boat, just to mix it up a little bit. So you can see it's a pretty foggy morning and a little bit on the cool side, but I did see some risers and actually a lot of spawning action, which pretty much meant that they were shut off to feeding. But there were still some cruisers, so I had some shots early on. So you might be wondering why I'm using a guide for shore fishing, and it's kind of two reasons. One, Dustin's a cool guy and I like fishing with him, but the second thing is I have a really hard time seeing fish, and I realized the biggest help that a guide gives me is they actually see the fish a lot better than I do. Although this was probably a pretty bad example since anybody could see that fish, but trust me, they get hard to see. Eventually we moved on to a section of the lake that had less spawners, and I did find one cruising. It was a pretty awesome take. It was swimming towards me and I cast right in front of it, and it did a quick dip and took the fly. And of course I botched the GoPro. I thought I had it on, but I didn't, or I just shut it off. So I turned on mid-fight. This one was probably my most favorite fish of the day, just because the rest were more along the shore and I was sight casting them. This one was more of like I was hunting it.
That was like the most slowest.
That being said, the fight was kind of lame, but I think it had something to do with the water was still fairly cold at that time. So didn't really find any more cruisers and started walking back towards where I started in the morning and noticed the spawners were still there, but there were a lot more cruisers feeding mixed in with them. It was actually a really crazy sight to see, with a bunch of spawning blowups and then random pretty big sized carp just cruising around feeding. So anything I saw I just cast at this point. It actually took a fly change to, I think it was one of those Carpalicious type flies. I don't know the exact name, but it looks like a blob with a worm sticking out the top. And right away, it took the fly. Or this was probably like the third cast with it.
First cast, she ate it. That worked. Nice. Might get on some big fish with this one. Chunky. Look at it, crushed it. That was awesome. Oh, we're gonna have some fun with that.
So this one I didn't snag like you might have heard me say when I hooked onto it, but snagging definitely was a problem. You don't really feel the carp take it, so it's all visual, so anytime you see a head movement, you kind of set the hook, and probably two of the fish I caught that day I snagged onto, which was really annoying because it takes forever to bring a fish that size in when it's hooked onto like the back. This one here actually was snagged, and my arm was pretty sore after bringing it in.
good fish too. Like the softest eat ever.
So this one ended up being the biggest carp of the day, and it actually took me a couple minutes to bring in.
They need to eat something. Good fish. That's bigger than your first one.
Pretty good day, and I'm definitely going to do at least one carp trip every year just because they're just such hard fighting fish. Anyways, hope to do some trout fishing coming up, so thanks for watching.